Hi guys, Daz here again with comic haul number 11 in what has been a fantastic week for comic books in our house. Probably of which was highlighted yesterday when we received that awesome act of kindness from Comic Vantage. If you haven't seen the video, I'll put it down in the link below. Basically, we received X-Men 24, the first appearance of Locust, from a fantastic channel called Comic Vantage, and what's even more remarkable than that is the fact that it was signed by Stan Lee. Me and Ethan are absolutely ecstatic, still buzzing. The video has gone pretty well. So far we've had 220 views on it in just half a day, so thank you so much for everybody who's taken the time to view it, and thank you once again, Comic Vantage. Now, let's see some books, because, like I said, it's been a fantastic week for comics in our house, and I would think that this is possibly my best haul that I've shown you so far. I think we've got 18 books, so it's more quality than quantity, but I finally picked up what I consider a big boy book, and probably my first big boy book. So let's get into the books. Okay, so last 2 weeks in the LCS has been pretty slim pickings for me. I've not enjoyed the books that have come out at all, really. Last week's I only ordered one book and it finally arrived, but it is a stunning cover, and it was definitely my cover of the week by my new favourite artist, and that is Aquaman 36B, I believe. Let me just check that. Yep, 36B. And this is that stunning Joshua Middleton cover. Look at the detail. Absolutely stunning. Now, I hope you guys took my advice a couple of weeks ago when I said jump on Batgirl 23B. That's an incredible Joshua Middleton cover, because that book has been going online already for up to $50, which is insane. Now, obviously, it's not going to stay at that, but I can see it certainly staying probably $10, $15 book down the line just because of that cover. I think it's going to be cover of the year. Okay, so I went into my LCS this week. They put a book back for me from the previous week. Glad to pick this one up. This is number 10 actually, currently on the CBSI Hot 10 website, Most Wanted Books. And this is A Walk Through Hell. Again, I learned quite a bit by watching Comic Vantage's channel on this one. The all black cover is the more sought after of the two. I'm umming and ahhing whether to get cover A. Be warned, it is very graphic, actually quite disturbing, some of the pictures inside, from what I gather. I haven't looked at it yet, but just reviews. But this is a Garth Ennis book, I believe. So go, if you get a chance, try and pick one up, because this might be some spec down the line. Now, some books that are really hot, and I haven't seen on too many people's channels at the moment, and this is Champions 19. Now, this is the first appearance of a new character, a new hero called Amka Aliak. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that she is the first Canadian hero. Could be wrong. First Canadian hero. And that's joining the Champions. Now, to go with 19, that come out this week. I've got another one coming in the post, but this is Champions number 20. And this is her first appearance as a new character called Snowguard. Snowguard, look it up. This one's already going up to $8. Just been out 2 weeks on Comic Book Realm. eBay, you'll do well to get it for under a tenner. And like I say, this one is her first appearance as her character, Snowguard. And I believe she's almost like a vixen kind of character. She can harness the powers of animals. 2 good books there to look out for. I've actually read 19. It's quite a good read, actually. The art's pretty good, too. Now, I've been looking around, because a couple of my places are running dry. So I took a trip out to see my old friend John Christopher over in Tewkesbury. And he hooked me up with a few books. Not normally my kind of books that I go for. I received a message from him saying he received 400 books. And for me to come over and look. And I'm all modern, a lot of graphic novels, which wasn't for me. But I did pick out, I think, 6 books. And in total it cost me 12 quid. So that's £2 per book. And the first of them I picked up was a Batman U52 book. And this is issue number 37. And this book is quite hot just for that cover. And it is a stunning cover from Greg Capullo. Again, on Comic Book Realm, that's a $10 book. I've been looking online. You'll pay between 10 and 20 for a copy. And it's minty too. Certainly in the 9s. Lovely cover there. Next book I picked up. Now, I wonder how many of you actually know this. Of course, Deadpool 2 is out this week. Fantastic movie. I thought the first 15-20 minutes were a little bit slow. But then, as it progressed, it was just as good as the first one. Brilliant cameos. I'm not going to spoil it too much, other than I'm going to say one character that was in the background in Deadpool 2. And if you look at the end credits, he is credited as being in it. And this is an X-Force book. I've got a few X-Force books, but this is X-Force 22. Not a major book, you're thinking, but this is the first appearance of a character called Sluggo. Sluggo. And I think he's a colleague of Deadpool's in the comics. But in this one, he is in the background. So please turn away, there's a bit of a spoiler. He is in the prison that Deadpool is sent to. Okay? And his name is Bernard Hoyster. And like I say, there is an extended version of the Deadpool film due to come out where he plays a lot bigger part alongside Black Tom Cassidy. Okay? So look out for the credits. Sluggo. Just a bit of fun to look out for. And a nice book to hunt down. Okay, moving on. He had a lot of independent books, John. And I picked up the best of them, or what I thought. First of them is, this is from Top Guy, which is run by Image Comics. And this is Postal #1. Don't know too much about it, other than I think it's obviously a Western tale, and they, from what I gather, are hiding criminals or something and reconstructing their faces. Something along those lines. But that's Postal, and that is a Linda Sedgwick cover. Again, that's about a $10 book. Can't get it for under a tenner on eBay. Next up, again from Image Comics, we have Descender #1. And this is a Dustin Nguyen cover. Again, this is very, very minty. Really nice, attractive cover. And I think this is about a young boy who's trying to evade bounty hunters in another galaxy. And I think there are a lot of androids involved, I think. Could be wrong, but I believe so. That's Descender. And again, that's a $10 book. Moving on, I heard and seen a lot of this book, and I finally managed to track one down. And this is a $12 book. And again, I'm looking online, you're not going to find it less than 15 to 20. And this is a really nice minty copy again of Witches #1. And the premise is basically there are witches among us. And I love that cover. That's a stunning Jock cover. You all know Jock. I think he did a recent Gideon Falls cover that I enjoyed. Now, the last of the books I picked up from John is a spec book. And this has been announced. There's going to be a TV series. And this is going to come from, let me just check. It's set to be adapted into a TV series by Universal Cable Productions. So it's probably going to end up on Netflix, I would think. I'm not seeing it in anyone's videos, which I'm quite surprised at. And this was only just recently announced in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And this is Injection. Injection. Again, It's a techno thriller with supernatural horror. Okay, that's all I know. It was a hit graphic novel series as well. And that's Injection. So look out for that one, guys. It's going to be a TV show. I've seen online you can probably grab one for about £4 at the moment. But it's on its way, supposedly. Okay. Very, very slim pickings at the car boots, where I usually like to pick up a few books. I ran into a guy who was selling a lot of ratty comics at 50p a piece, and then he had some silver and bronze, but on closer inspection they were beyond repair even by my eyes, really. And I like to salvage quite a few, and they were going at £3 per piece. I think he had like a Superman 182 and things like that, but not for me. You know, no. If they were like I say, if they'd been £1 a pop, I might have just tried me luck. But no, not for £3. But I did find this one in Cheltenham, and this was for £1. And this is a hot series. At least issues 1 and 2 are very hot. And this is issue number 2. Hope to find issue 1 sometime. And this is Monstrous. Monstrous, and that's another Image title. You know, I've picked up a lot of Image books lately. You know, getting away from the DC and Marvel. I think Image is going to have a big future down the line, from what I'm gathering. A lot of their properties are getting taken on board for films and TV shows at the moment. So there you go. That's Monstrous. Could be a show down the line, who knows? Now, yesterday I went out for a little drive around, basically to pick up some new labels and stuff for me comics. And a place I always hit on the way down to Stroud, the Malt House. Let me think. What's it called now? It's the Malt House Collective, and they've started to take in some comics in the last few months, but they kept having the same ones, and I kept saying, look, after 3 or 4 months, are we ever going to get some new stuff in? Well, I had a bit of luck this week, so I went in there, and lo and behold, they had a lot of new stuff. Now, a lot of it was fillers and modern stuff that I wasn't really into, but I managed to find 3 books, and they're pretty good ones. And the first of them I paid £1 for, and this is as minty as it gets. I don't know how many of you know about this. This is a Dark Horse comic, and this is week number 1 of the Comics Greatest World, and this is the first appearance of Barbed Wire. Yeah. Now this book is going crazy in good grade online. This is probably a 9.6. It's got to be 9.4, 9.6 easy. I can't see much wrong with it at all. So one day maybe I'll get it graded, but I've seen them going up £60 plus. First Barbed Wire, of course. Pamela Anderson was in the movie. I've never ever seen it. But I thought that was a pretty good find. On comic book realm, surprisingly, it's only a $4 book, but like I say, you don't always go by them. You go by sale prices, and I've seen recent ones at 30 and 40 on eBay. First Barbed Wire. Now the next 2 books, I was bid on these recently, and I could not win in a bid no matter what. They were hot books, and they still are hot books, and they're going easily for 25, 30, on a good day 40 plus. And this I managed to find for £3. It's about, I would say it's a 657. It's got a couple of issues, but it is New Avengers, and that is New Avengers number 8. And what's so good about this book, you say? For those who don't know, this is the first appearance of the Black Order, who were in the Avengers Infinity War. You know, Thanos' army. And in that army we had, let me have a look. What do we have? Black Dwarf, who has changed his name to Cole Obsidian for the movie. He was the big guy who looked a bit like a Hulk. We had the Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight. So there we go. Great book. And what's better than finding a copy of that? Finding 2 copies. Yeah, 2 copies, £3 each. On Comic Book Realm, that's a $40 book. And like I say, recent sales up to 50, I would say. Delighted. And I might put one of these up in a 300 sub competition. Who knows? Yeah, talking about my subs, thank you so much for everybody who has been subbing me. And if you do like the videos, because I never ever say it, but please like and subscribe. I had 200 subs this time last week. And now we've got 232. So really doing pretty good. Like I said, I wasn't prepared for 100 subs. So happy that Metrorog just received yesterday his 100 sub competition package. So he's received his 15 comics. I've got another competition going on at the moment for 200 subs. And I'll talk about a bit more about that in a little while. Okay, on to some better books now. And when I mean better, in my opinion anyway. A book I ordered online came from eBay, and it is a TV show that I really like. I had the honour of meeting the cast recently. Rose McIver is the main star. And this show is going to have its last season, next season, I believe. And that is, which I'm sad about actually, and that is iZombie. This is the first appearance of iZombie. And this is the House of Mystery Halloween annual. Yeah, quite a hard book to find. I managed to find it, just last year it was probably a 30 to 40 quid book easily. Guy had it on for 15, I offered 12. I offered 10 I believe, and he accepted 12. So, plus packaging, 15 quid for that. It's got a couple of little nicks. I would say it's probably a 7, 6.5, 7. But just to own that. My daughter has a photo of the cast with her upstairs, Cryptic Wolf, and I've got their autographs. A great show. Really do enjoy it from DC. Yeah, first iZombie. Look out for that one, guys, if you like the show. Now, 3 books to finish up with on this haul. And I've been visiting, like I say, my good friend Lee Kendrick. And I go down to the New Gloucester Antique Centre, where I struck up a deal to pick up, in my opinion, a gigantic book. Talk about that in a minute, but I had to pay in installments, and I've paid it off. And while I was going down there, I saw you had another one in the window, and I had to have it. It was on for 20. I said, "What's the best you can do, mate?" And come back 10, and I couldn't say no for 10. Pretty good condition as well. Yeah, it's a pence copy, but a lot. In particular, of the Marvels from Silver and Bronze era in this country are pence. But when you get to the better books, you're not really. The value doesn't seem to diminish too much. And I've read this book, and I got a feeling this is a character that maybe could turn up one day. If Hawkeye was to ever have his own movie, because this book has a lot to do with Hawkeye. It's his origin. And as well as the origin, it's the first appearance of this character. And that character is the Swordsman. Not a bad copy. Corners are pretty sharp. It's got one little... Where is it? Up in this corner. See here? It's got a line across. But besides that, that's a nice looking book. For 10 quid, I graded it at about a 4.5. That's probably a 40 quid book, I would have thought. Looking online, I've seen them go for like 30 to 40 at this sort of grade. And like I say, the Swordsman is a character who was basically trained up Hawkeye. So if Hawkeye was to ever have a movie, the Swordsman could play a part. Like I said, it's the origin of Hawkeye as well. Good book. Again, and another installment trip. Actually, the day I paid off the big book, he had another nice book. It was on for 20. No, on for 18. What's the best I could get? 14, he came back. I couldn't say no for 14. Recent characters in a recent blockbuster, which was a huge film this year. And this is Black Panther, #1. And this is from a recent series. I'm not even sure off the top of my head. I think it's in the 2000s. Could be a little bit earlier. But the reason I got this is it's the first appearance of the Dora Milaje group. You know, the tribal, the black tribal ladies with the bald heads. Yeah? And they obviously made their first appearance in the Civil War movie, or one of them did at least. They're in the Black Panther movie, and obviously in the Infinity War movie. And on top of that, we've got the first appearance of one of my favourite characters from Black Panther, Okoye. Yeah, she's like a Black Panther's bodyguard, and she's the chief of the tribe. Fantastic performance from her as well. I loved her in Infinity War as well, when she teamed up with Black Widow, take down one of the Black Order. And it's also the first appearance of Zori, who was played by that fantastic actor Forrest Whitaker. So that's another bonus. And it's also the first appearance of Naomi. So Naomi is a character who could appear later down the line. I've got a bit more info actually in Dazzie's news round coming up about Black Panther 2. So stay tuned for that. Now, I've been teasing this book for a long, long time. It's finally here. Now, I don't have the greatest funds, so my previous most I'd ever spent on a book was just £43.50 for Incredible Hulk 102. Now I smashed it. Now this book took me a couple of weeks to pay off, and I picked it up. It's a pence copy, so don't get too excited. But even still, this online is in this grade. I'm seeing them up at £500, even £600. What else can I say about this book? Yeah, so I ended up paying £140 for this book. He had it on for £200, and this is one of 2 copies that my friend Lee had, and I couldn't say no for the price. And when I like to spec on big books, I like to spec on characters with room for growth, and this character certainly has that. So it's not a team, it's a character. Never appeared in live action. And a friend of mine online, Probate 186. This is your favourite character, buddy. You've guessed it. It is Werewolf by Night, number 32. And it is a nice copy, guys. This is the first appearance of Moon Knight. Yeah, I can't believe it. It's a big boy book for me. First appearance of Moon Knight. I've seen copies go. I saw a copy sell at a recent Comic-Con for £70, but that was ratty. And I was almost going to buy it. But it was just falling off his staples, basically. This is minty. Can I just show you? There's the spine. Now there's a couple of ticks. There's a few ticks. But look at the corners. Look how sharp they are. There's no creasing. No creasing at all. Clear, clean. I've read the book as well. Have you ever read a book, guys, and you were so worried about damaging it? Oh my God, I was having fits. But I managed to read it. I wanted to learn about this character. And this character, Moon Knight, is Mark Spector. And the book's also got the first appearance of Frenchie, who is John Paul Duchamp. Now, interesting note about this, that Mark Spector's first name is misspelled in this issue as Mark, M-A-R-K. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Instead of M-A-R-C. But I couldn't believe it. Now, there is a little bit of a nick on the back page. Tiny, oh, you can barely notice it, but it's just, if I'm not careful, it's going to come away. But it's such a tiny bit in the corner. But besides that, the pages are white. First Moon Knight, £140. And like I say, I've struck up a deal now. I've paid this one off for an even bigger book. Now, it's going to be more money again. Again, it's going to be in installments, but this is a bigger book for sure. I mean, this book, for instance, on Comic Book Realm is a $1,000 book in high nines. I would put this at a 7, maybe. Got to be a 7. So, even on a good day, a 7.5. And that fetches hundreds of pounds online. And like I say, this character has just been announced in April by Kevin Feige, that the head of Marvel, that he is going to sometime appear. 100%, he is going to appear in the MCU. And when he does, this book is going to go ballistic. It's going to go up and up and up. That's for sure. So delighted to have that book, guys. Absolutely delighted. So, that's Dazzie's books. Supporting the DC today with my crew. We got Ra's al Ghul, Joker, Batman, and Old Man Jim. So, a bit of news for you guys. Let's have a look. Black Panther I spoke about. Now, Black Panther, Donald Glover, who's currently playing Lando Calrissian, is in talks, supposedly right now, to be the villain in Black Panther 2. So, yeah, it could be a good casting. And they've also said that they haven't ruled out Michael B. Jordan's character returning. I know nobody stays dead in Marvel, but really? Maybe in flashbacks or something? I don't know. Could work. Now, the director of Logan, he is going to be supposedly making a Boba Fett movie. So dust off your Star Wars 42s, guys. I need to get one of those. Because I think a Boba Fett film could be very exciting. One of the undervalued characters, in my opinion. Krypton TV series. The Superman, they've just been announced for season 2, which is good. I've not even seen season 1, but I've heard very good things about it, actually. You've got Doomsday, Adam Strange, Brainiac in it. It can't be that bad, can it? Well, they've been announced for season 2, and they're doing away with the Superman symbol in it, apparently. Interesting. A Sony's Bloodshot movie starring Vin Diesel. They've just They've just cast Michael Sheen, Eliza Gonzalez, and Sam Hunan. But I like Michael Sheen for sure. I'm not sure about Vin Diesel. I've never really been his biggest fan. Is he that good of an actor? I don't think so. But, never know. Bloodshot, do you need somebody to act? And a series I'm very excited for because I love the movie is HBO's Watchmen. And they've just added 3 good actors. Regina King, that old legend, Lewis Gossett Jr., remember Officer and a Gentleman? Love that. And Don Johnson, Crockett, he's coming in. Yeah, so that could be good for Watchmen. The Lucifer show is officially dead because CW ain't going to pick it up. And if they're not, who is going to pick it up? I'm gutted about this. I love Lucifer. But we are getting 2 bonus episodes that are going to be shown on Amazon to start with. There's a cartoon series coming from Thundercats. They're going to be on the Cartoon Network. I want to see a live action Thundercats. Yeah. I used to think that the female Thundercat had the sexiest voice. Right. Talking of animated, there's a Spider-Man season 2 coming to the Disney Channel. We got Liam Neeson. He's going to be in Men in Black 3, apparently. Do we need another one of those? Or is it? No, it might be Men in Black 4 now. It could be, but he's going to be in the next one. Talks of that Men in Black crossing over was something starring Channing Tatum once. I didn't understand it. Miss Marvel film. Agent Coulson is going to be a newbie, a total rookie apparently. And talking of Coulson, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. won't follow the Infinity War. I don't really see the point of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. really anymore if they're not going to stick to the canon. I don't know. Spider-Man 2 movie. Obviously, most of us know by now Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be Mysterio. Yeah, he's going to play the main villain. The Vulture is going to return, which I'm happy about because I love Michael Keaton in that. He was probably the highlight of the movie, Homecoming. But they're seeking a strong female lead at the moment, so we don't know who that's going to be. Black Cat, maybe. Who knows? Zachary Levi has shown off himself in the suit. He's slurping on some kind of slush, I think, something. I think that film is just going to be a good laugh. Probably lighten up the DCU a bit. It's going to be big, really, with superheroes. DC Supergirls themselves are going to have a redesigned look for a new TV show. Warner Brothers have asked for Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern ring back. So that could be, he's more than happy to give it back in his response as well. I won't say anything, but it's quite rude. John Wick. This was shown first on Jim's Comics channel, but I did know, actually I didn't know, but I usually pride myself, so thanks Jim for showing me. I must have been asleep when that announcement came out. Yeah, John Wick's director has just confirmed he's in talks to produce a live-action analog film. Now, Analog is just recently come out. It's only into issue 3. And it's from Image Comics. And it's probably still going to be on the shelves in your LCS. I have phoned round. I have managed to grab myself a copy, which I will be picking up for my next haul. So, yeah, excited about that. Chris Pratt is making another comic book movie. And that is going to be Cowboy Ninja Viking. Trying to find a copy of that is just mental. They're going for silly prices. Well, they've just hired a scriptwriter, so that's going ahead. And that's pretty much it, guys, for now. Yeah. So that's Dazzie's news round. Now, like I said, I'd like to shout out one of my most recent subscribers, Carl Smart, a very good friend of mine. Nicest guy you could ever wish to meet. Thank you, Carl. He has just sent me my way a free ticket to next Sunday's Birmingham Comic Con. So, mate, thanks a million for that. That won't be forgotten. Like I say, I'll grab you a couple of beers when I see you. He's also had a ticket for this week's London Comic Con, but I'm not here for that. I'm in Manchester. So, sorry about that, mate. But I'm in Manchester to see Ed Sheeran. So, could be fun. Like I say, I've got a competition going on for 220 subscribers. As far as I know, I have 9 entries so far, which is fantastic, because I only had 7 in my last one. And those are Comics Addiction, JPL Flash Comics Geekdom, Metarog, Spectacular Spider Grandpa, Matilda Gothica, Rayman the Silencer Man, Geeky GMT, Geeky Pete, and Lindsay's Geeked Out Knickknacks. Thank you so much for taking the time and effort to enter my competition. Good luck to you all. And I think that ends on June the 14th, I believe. Just a couple of books to look out for, guys, to finish. Like I say, I love the Avengers No Surrender storyline from Al Ewing. The covers have just been announced. And this is from Alex Ross, I believe. That's one of the covers. Doink. The other cover I prefer, actually. Alex Ross, like I say. Is this one. And a comic cover that I like the look of. I might have a look at this at some point, even though the character is totally ridiculous. But I think she will make an appearance sometime in the live action. And this is for Dazzler, the X song. Look at that. That's a nice looking cover. So that could be worth picking up down the line. Okay, guys. That's it. It's a wrap. Please like and subscribe. Take care, guys. Dazzie, over and out.